Tokyo and the Pacific side of Japan braced for snow Saturday, as weather officials said a winter pressure pattern was expected to hit the areas along the Sea of Japan coast, particularly hard overnight and into Sunday. The coldest air mass of the season was drawing in freezing air and fueling expectations of widespread snowfall in Hokkaido and regions facing the Sea of Japan, according to the Japan Meteorological Agency, which said accumulations could even occur in areas that usually see little snow, such as the Kanto, central Kinki and Kyushu regions. The weather has raised the risk of major transportation disruptions ahead of a nationwide election on Sunday, something that could put a damper on turnout. The system brought strong winds to Hokkaido on Saturday morning, with warnings for blizzard conditions and heavy snow expected to peak on Sunday. In Tokyo, flurries were observed Saturday morning and afternoon, with roughly 3 centimeters forecast for the capital's 23 wards in the 24 hours through noon Sunday. Up to 10 centimeters were expected in some areas of the Kanto region, with the peak expected in the region's southern areas between Sunday morning and afternoon. Elsewhere, up to 70 centimeters of snow is expected in Niigata Prefecture and Kinki and Chugoku regions, 60 centimeters in the Hokuriku region, 40 centimeters in Hokkaido and the Tohoku area, and 30 centimeters in Nagano Prefecture, NHK reported. The weather agency was urging people to be on alert for blizzard conditions, heavy snow, strong winds and high waves, as well as the possibility of avalanches. It also cautioned over snow accumulating on power lines and trees, causing power disruptions. Officials have advised commuters to keep a close eye on the weather, which could impact public transportation and make driving potentially difficult or dangerous. East Japan Railway said Saturday that due to the potential snowfall, there's a possibility of significant delays in trains, destination changes, and service suspensions in the Tokyo metropolitan area. The wintry weather coincides with Sunday's nationwide lower house election, prompting Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi to hold a meeting of ministers Tuesday and warn election officials and voters to be on alert for the deteriorating weather over the weekend. Meanwhile, the Aomori Prefecture, long known as one of the snowiest inhabited places on Earth, is currently facing a winter crisis that has tested the limits of its legendary resilience. As of February 7, 2026, a relentless cold front, fueled by a potent sea-effect snow pattern, has dumped historic levels of snow across the region, triggering emergency responses and disrupting the lives of over 1 million residents. According to the Japan Meteorological Agency, JMA, the snow depth in Aomori City has reached a staggering 134 centimeters, approximately 4.4 feet. This figure is significantly higher than the average for early February. In the mountainous Hakoda region, specifically at Tsukayu Onsen, snow depths have soared past the 400 centimeters, 13 feet mark, burying first-story windows and turning roads into narrow white canyons. The intensity of the snowfall, often referred to as dokayuki, massive sudden snowfall, has created a whiteout environment where visibility frequently drops to near zero, making navigation impossible for both pedestrians and vehicles. The weight of the snow is no longer just an inconvenience. It has become a structural threat. Local authorities have reported multiple instances of roof collapses involving older wooden structures and warehouses. In Aomori City, several residential buildings have developed structural cracks, leading the municipal government to open emergency shelters for those living in vulnerable housing. While Aomori is famous for its snow removal corps, the Seisetsu Tai, the sheer volume of snow has overwhelmed local clearing efforts. Major arteries, including National Route 7, have faced intermittent closures. In Aomori Airport, despite having the world's most efficient snow-clearing team, White Impulse, has been forced to cancel dozens of flights due to sub-zero visibility. Similarly, services on the JRU Main Line and Tsugaru Line have faced significant delays and cancellations. The most tragic aspect of Aomori's winter is the recurring danger of snow removal. The Prefectural Police have issued urgent warnings following several accidents involving elderly residents falling from roofs while clearing snow or being buried by roof avalanches. Never clear snow alone. Monitor carbon monoxide and ensure that heater exhaust vents are not buried by drifting snow. Avoid non-essential travel until the peak of the blizzard passes. Despite the hardships, Aomori continues to embrace its snow country identity. The heavy snowfall provides a dramatic, if challenging, backdrop for the region's famous winter festivals. Hundreds of hand-carved snow lanterns and massive sculptures are being maintained by volunteers, though some illumination schedules have been adjusted for safety. This event continues to draw those brave enough to travel to the lake's edge for nightly fireworks and illuminated snow huts, Kamakura. Meteorologists predict that the atmospheric pressure pattern, a strong high-pressure system over the Eurasian continent and a low-pressure system over the Pacific, will remain stable through the weekend. This west-high, east-low pattern will continue to pump frigid Siberian air across the Sea of Japan, picking up moisture and dumping it directly onto Aomori. As the city remains buried under a blanket of white, the spirit of gammon, endurance, is on full display. However, with more snow in the forecast, the line between a winter wonderland and a natural disaster remains perilously thin. The capital of Japan's northernmost island is currently transformed into a frozen fortress. Meanwhile, the current weather pattern is driven by a powerful cold air mass, dropping to minus 12 degrees Celsius, 10 degrees Fahrenheit, in the upper atmosphere, colliding with the relatively warm waters of the Sea of Japan. This creates persistent snow clouds that funnel directly into the Ishikari Plain, where Sapporo is situated. As of today, the Japan Meteorological Agency, JMA, has recorded a snow depth of approximately 85 centimeters, 33 inches, in central Sapporo, with suburban districts like Minami-ku and Teine-ku reporting depths exceeding 120 centimeters, 47 inches. JR Hokkaido has reported numerous delays and cancellations on lines connecting Sapporo to New Chitose Airport and Otaru. Snow-clogged points and frozen tracks remain a constant battle for maintenance crews. The Hokkaido Expressway has seen intermittent closures between Sapporo and Asahikawa. Within the city, visibility often drops to near zero, creating whiteout conditions that have led to multiple multi-vehicle pileups. While New Chitose Airport is equipped with world-class snow-clearing teams, several flights have been diverted or canceled due to the intensity of the blizzard. Despite the logistical challenges, the city is currently hosting its crown jewel, the Sapporo Snow Festival, Yuki Matsuri, which runs from February 4th to February 11th, 2026. Massive snow sculptures, some standing over 15 meters tall, are being maintained by the Japan Self-Defense Forces and local volunteers. While the heavy snow complicates travel, it ensures the perfect quality of snow needed for the sculptures. However, organizers have issued warnings for visitors to wear non-slip footwear to prevent injuries on icy sidewalks. The human cost of the winter season is a growing concern for Hokkaido officials. Several residents, primarily the elderly, have been injured after falling while clearing snow from their roofs. Authorities are urging residents to check their heating vents. If external vents are buried by snow, it can lead to carbon monoxide poisoning or heater malfunctions. Black ice. As temperatures fluctuate, the roads alternate between slush and lethal black ice. The Hokkaido Prefectural Police have increased patrols to assist stranded motorists. The JMA predicts that the west-high, east-low pressure pattern will persist for at least another 48 hours. Residents and tourists are advised to avoid private vehicles, utilize the Sapporo municipal subway, which is unaffected by surface snow. Follow the Sapporo City official website for updates on garbage collection delays and emergency shelter locations. Keep a winter kit in vehicles, including blankets, a shovel, and extra food, in case of becoming stranded. Meanwhile, perilous conditions created by heavy snowfall have also affected foreign travelers. On Wednesday, a 27-year-old man from Melbourne, identified by the ABC as Michael Hurst, died after collapsing and falling while skiing with several other people at the ski resort where he worked in Niseko, on the northernmost main island of Hokkaido. His death came days after a 22-year-old woman from Queensland, identified by Australian media as Brooke Day, died at a resort in Nagano Prefecture after her backpack got caught in a ski lift and she was left hanging mid-air. Most of the incidents reported over the past 2 weeks have occurred in areas near the Sea of Japan, which are experiencing unusually heavy snowfall due to a cold air masses arriving from the Arctic. This winter has brought chaos to 15 of the country's 47 prefectures, counties, with snow reaching 6.5 feet, 2 meters, in depth in some places. It left more than 1,700 homes without electricity in Aomori Prefecture and caused the cancellation of regular and bullet train services. The local governor, Soichiro Miyashita, said this week that emergency vehicles were struggling to get through to people in difficulty, forcing emergency workers carrying stretchers to search for them on foot. We anticipate some roads might get blocked off, and so we are consulting with services that can help with ambulances and fire trucks to get through to their destinations, Miyashita told reporters. 12 snow-related deaths were reported in Niigata Prefecture, including a man who was found collapsed on the roof of his home, and a 70-year-old who is believed to have died after falling from his roof. While more snow is forecast in some areas this weekend, officials urged people to remain vigilant as it starts to melt. Japan's chief government spokesperson, Minoru Kihara, said melting snow would raise the risk of avalanches and make surfaces slippery. Please pay close attention to your safety, wearing a helmet or using a lifeline rope, especially when working on clearing snow, Kihara told reporters. Snow-related deaths and accidents are not uncommon in Japan. Last year, 68 people died over 6 winter months, according to officials. At Cape Soya, the strongest winds of the season blew, with maximum instantaneous wind speeds exceeding 35 meters per second. Aomori City sometimes experienced whiteouts during the day. Even while driving in nearby areas, the whole area is covered in white, significantly reducing visibility. Visibility is so poor that you can barely see oncoming vehicles. The snow has piled up so much that it threatens to bury buildings, and strong winds have been blowing at times. A relentless series of winter storms fueled by a persistent Arctic air mass has left at least 45 people dead and over 500 injured across Japan, with the northern prefecture of Aomori emerging as one of the hardest-hit regions. Since late January, the world's snowiest city has grappled with snow depths exceeding 4.6 meters, 15 feet, in remote areas, marking the most significant accumulation in 4 decades. As of February 7, 2026, the Fire and Disaster Management Agency, FDMA, confirmed that the nationwide death toll from snow-related incidents has risen to 45. While Niigata Prefecture reported the highest number of fatalities at 17, Aomori has seen some of the most dramatic individual tragedies and infrastructure failures. According to the Japan Times and other outlets, the majority of fatalities have not occurred in transit, but during hazardous snow removal operations. Common causes of death include many elderly residents attempting to clear heavy snow to prevent structural collapse have fallen from significant heights. In one tragic instance in Ajigasawa, Aomori, a 91-year-old woman was found dead after being buried under a 3-meter pile of snow that slid off her own roof. The physical strain of shoveling heavy, wet snow has led to numerous heart attacks among older citizens. In Niigata and Aomori, several individuals were swept away in urban snow gutters, waterways used for snow disposal, while trying to clear blockages. The sheer volume of snow has rendered traditional transport nearly impossible in parts of Aomori. Governor Soichiro Miyashita noted that snow walls in the capital reached 1.8 meters high, overwhelming local clearing crews. Major thoroughfares, including National Route 7 and 101, have faced intermittent closures. In Aomori City, many vehicles became stranded, forcing emergency medical staff to abandon their vehicles and reach patients on foot with stretchers. Recognizing the severity of the crisis, the central government under Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi ordered the deployment of the Self-Defense Forces, SDF, to Aomori and other northern prefectures. Troops have been tasked with assisting the elderly and those living alone whose homes are at risk of collapsing under the weight of the snow. Reopening routes to hospitals and emergency services that were previously impassable for ambulances. Assisting local police in searching for individuals reported missing or trapped in buried vehicles. The Japan Meteorological Agency continues to urge vigilance as a new cold air mass is expected to bring further snowfall over the weekend. Authorities have issued specific warnings regarding avalanches and roof slides as fluctuating temperatures cause the massive accumulation to become unstable. In Tokomachi City, Niigata Prefecture is one of the cities hit hard by the heavy snowfall. We entered Tokomachi City, Niigata Prefecture. Signs are buried under the snow. Snow piles far higher than people's heights are visible on the sidewalks. As of the 6th, the snow depth was 219 centimeters, more than 30% higher than average. 3 people have died in the city due to heavy snowfall. On the 6th, snow removal operations were underway to protect lives from falling snow and other accidents. A snow removal worker said, "When it falls all at once, it's difficult everywhere. There's nowhere to put the snow." What the snow removal workers were concerned about was the current weather. Although it was only light rain, not snow, they said, "The snow will get heavier. It's going to snow again, and a cold wave is coming. It's scary." An 86-year-old resident seemed surprised and said of the snow, "It's abnormal. No matter how much it snows, it's never been this bad." He added, "We can't even get up on the roof to remove the snow." Nearby, a house collapsed because the snow had not been removed in time. The house's frame had collapsed, leaving the interior exposed, but there was still a large amount of snow on the roof. According to a local resident, the house was vacant. It was over 50 years old, maybe 60 or 70 years old. The building was weak. "It's not something that happens to other people," said one local resident. In 2024, footage of snowfall on the day of entrance exams at Tama Art University in Hachioji City shows large crowds lining up despite poor road conditions caused by snow. Entrance exams are scheduled for the 8th in 2026, and if snow accumulation occurs, warnings will be posted on social media and the university's website. Toyo University, which also has entrance exams scheduled for the 8th, has stated that if transportation delays due to snow occur, the exam time may be postponed. The 8th is also scheduled to host the All-Kanto Hachioji Yume Kaido Ikiden race, a traditional relay race that will celebrate its 76th anniversary in 2026. Hachioji City has stated that the event may be canceled if the safety of the athletes cannot be ensured due to frozen roads or other factors, and will announce whether it will be held on its website in the future. Also, for the first time in 2026, an outdoor event with food and drink booths was planned, but Hachioji Yumakaido Run X-Park Executive Committee Chairman Azuma Masaru said, "The event itself is planned to go ahead. We're worried that the snow will reduce attendance. It will probably be about a quarter of what we had expected." The 24-hour snowfall forecast from 6 p.m. on the 7th to 6 p.m. on the 8th is expected to reach 70 centimeters in the Hokuriku, Kinki, and Chugoku regions. It also forecasts 10 centimeters on flat land in the northern Kanto region, 7 centimeters in Hakone and the Tama region, and 5 centimeters on flat land in the southern Kanto region.